Hey folks, how you doing? It is Thursday, and Saturday's the first day of deer season. I got sort of a perfect storm, happening. It's going to be in the 70s for this 3 days here, but the problem is it'll be in the 70s on Saturday as well, which will be the first day of deer season. But Sunday, the temperature will drop, and Ohio will only be 20 degrees cooler than it was on that Saturday. So that's a kind of a perfect storm for hunting. You want a good 20-degree drop like that, and then it's going to be cold from there on out by looks of things. But problem here in Maine still is we cannot hunt on Sundays. I don't know why. I mean, they've legalized marijuana and all this crap that they're teaching kids in school nowadays, but you still can't hunt on a Sunday. You should, at the very least, be able to hunt on your own property on Sunday. I have 55 acres that I like to hunt at my camp, and I own that land, and I should be able to at least be able to hunt on that property on a Sunday. All the other things getting passed and accepted and allowed around here, trying to grow up a little bit and at least allow us to hunt on our own land. Got these people always saying, well, they want to be able to walk on a Sunday without having to worry about getting shot at. So I don't know anybody who's gotten shot at. And most people that I know that are hunters are extremely cautious and careful about how they hunt. And, it's just ridiculous, the excuse. There's always some idiot that'll friggin' ruin it, I'm sure, but it doesn't make any sense that you can't hunt on your own property. I mean, you can post your own land, that's fine, but, for me to be able to hunt on my own land on any day of the week is, should be part of owning land, being able to do that. Sam and I are out just sitting in the woods for a little bit. He's right there. Got a deer trail right here. There, going up into here. Crosses over and goes into there. Well, actually, it goes down the road and goes that way. Sam and I, this is where I had a trail camera and had it for about a month out here, and I come back and pulled it home. And I didn't have a video. I was going to have a video on it, but there was nothing on it because the batteries died. so I do have another camera now, but it's too late now. Deer season starts Saturday, so I don't want to put anything out here. We just had to take a little a little ride out in the woods just to get out of the house for a little bit. This is a kind of situation where most people say, stay out of the woods, don't go near your stands or anything like that. A week or two before season, you're just trying to want everything to settle down, which in a perfect world, it makes kind of sense. But in the real world, which we all live in, where it's already been bird season for a month, it's been archery season special season started in September, and then October you got regular season. So the deer have been shot at, and they've been hearing shotguns blasting, people target practicing, all that stuff. So to stay out of the woods for your area, thinking that, nobody else has been there is kind of silly. Unless you own private property and it's all posted for nobody else to get out there, then that's one thing. But in a regular, public land or private land that you're allowed to hunt on, it's not reality, at least up here in Maine. So we are just sitting in the woods, taking in pretty colors and the warm weather. God knows it's going to get cold pretty quick. Supposed to be like 73, I think, on Saturday, so it's not going to be a great day to hunt. But there's supposed to be a cold front coming in, so Saturday this high is going to be like a high of 50 or 52 or something like that. So depending on when that cold front comes in, Saturday night may not be a bad time. And where I believe I'm going to hunt on Saturday, I haven't 100% agreed where I'm going to go yet to myself, but I think I'm going to go here in this near swamp that I showed you where I built that natural ground blind. I think that might be the best place because it's near water. It's pretty tight, pretty thick in there, secluded a little bit. So it may be my best shot. I'm probably not going to go to camp. I haven't been getting any deer pictures out there, food plot yet. Getting rabbits, all kinds of rabbit pictures, but no deer. So I'm not going to drive 60 miles to go up there and then find out, I wasted my time. I do want to get up there. I figure a little bit later in the season when a lot of the other vegetation is gone and those turnips and radish and stuff that are in there break down a little bit. We haven't really gotten a frost. So that's usually what you have to have for those turnips and radish and stuff to break down is get a frost. So that gets those, supposedly they say, sweeter tasting for the deer and stuff. They'll start burrowing into that stuff to get those. So that's my philosophy on that. That's why I planted what I planted in there. It's supposed to be a long-term thing, not just a one part of the season feeding frenzy, and that's it. It's supposed to go through out a couple of months worth of food in there. So hopefully that works out the way it's supposed to, but we'll see about that. Whew. Well, I'll turn this camera around and show you what I'm looking at anyway. Show you this trail a little bit better. The trail going up in there. I believe they bed up in this area. Come down towards this stream and stuff behind me to feed and get some water. There's a trail there. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You want to get out, don't you? I know. What do you think? What do you think, honey? It's nice to just sit in peace and quiet for a little bit. Yeah, another thing I like to talk about, we've had an event here in Maine, Lewiston, last night. There was a shooter with a mass shooting spree and shot a bunch of people. Last I heard, there was 22 dead and like 30 injured. And they said that count could change, so you know what that means. Could be more dead and more found injured. Hopefully not anymore. This is just ridiculous that something like this comes to, and it drives me nuts to hear him complaining about guns. It's like, this is not a gun problem. You've heard this how many times before? This person has mental issues and has had problems and been seeing things and everything else. That system is broken. That system needs to be fixed somehow. There's going to be flags that show up when something like that happens. You can't just keep going to the easy way and just trying to pull guns from everybody, because too many of us need those guns now to protect ourselves from idiots like this. And survival and the way food prices are going and everything. I think there's a lot more people trying to hunt right now to put food on the table than just to hunt because food prices are getting ridiculous, and meat especially. So putting meat on the table by hunting is a very important thing. And for everybody just to try and jump the gun and say it's a gun and that's the problem. I mean, I could create a video for you, show you what an AR-15 is, a .223 or 5.56 caliber, and it is nowhere near as powerful as even some of the weak deer rounds. So trying to act like this gun is some kind of a super weapon is ridiculous, because it is not. You can buy semi-automatic deer rifles that far outpower those, and you don't hear people using the deer rifles when they could. It's far more powerful. You can shoot from a lot further range with a lot more lethality from far further away. It's just an AR-15 it's a military round because you can carry a lot of ammunition, and it's a light round and it works. And the AR-15 is a platform that's been reliable. But so many other guns are reliable as well. So trying to use this as some kind of an excuse to take away people's rights to have weapons, ammunition, and guns the Second Amendment rights is just ridiculous, and it's falling on deaf ears when you're talking to me about it. It's just fix the problem. The problem is the people. It's not the weapon. You take the guns away, they'll start, plowing into crowds of people with vehicles. They'll start hacking people up, or they'll start using crossbows and bows, or start blowing people up. If somebody wants to kill you, there's more than one way to do it. So, trying to find this excuse to make everybody else weak. And the only reason we really have this Second Amendment is for the tyrannical government. It's not for hunting. It's for this government that is overstepping their bounds, overreaching, and trying to take away everybody else's rights, and trying to make people do things and put them in a forced to do things that they're not willing to do and wanting to do. You know how it is. I mean, if there's a big man against a little woman, who's going to win? The big man. But if they're both allowed to have a weapon, like they say, it's the equalizer. And trying to take that equalizer away from us is it's their part of their plan, obviously. But don't let them fool you, and don't let them get that, because then we will be helpless. Then it will be hopeless and helpless. We won't be able to do anything. We won't be able to protect ourselves, save our family from anything. We'll be at their beck and call to have to do everything and anything they say, and you won't be able to stand up for yourself.